For Teresa Sharp, the outrage came by mail. 7 letters from the local election board saying someone had challenged her entire family's right to vote.
I'm like, how can somebody challenge my right to vote?
A conservative group called the Ohio Voter Integrity Project complained the Sharps, all Democrats, were illegally registered at a vacant lot. The letters were sent to that same address where their house has been standing for 67 years.
They're trying to scare folks not to vote. That's what I think, because they don't want Obama in.
The Republican-led efforts have spanned the U.S. in the name of voter integrity. Democrats, including the president, have another phrase for it: vote suppression.
We should be thinking about ways to make it easier for folks to vote, not to make it harder for folks to vote.
The effort is especially strong in key swing states like Ohio. In Lancaster, Ohio, so-called voter integrity groups tried to strip voting rights from 109 people. The local election board investigated and rejected challenges to 107. 2 were dead. The Ohio Voter Integrity Project did not respond to our interview requests. Billboards in poor black neighborhoods threaten jail terms for voter fraud. 33 states, nearly all led by Republicans, have passed laws with strict new rules requiring voter identification, adding new costs the poor can ill afford. The ID laws may be common in other countries, but here they remind many of the days when riots broke out over ID laws and taxes at the polls that kept blacks from voting.
We do have a history in this country of poll taxes being used as a way to prevent African Americans from voting. And if the ID itself costs money, then it is very similar to a poll tax.
In the strictest states, 11% of eligible voters lacked the proper ID, according to a New York University study, especially blacks, Hispanics, and the elderly, who tend to favor Democrats. Here at the polls, it's not clear the efforts to purge voter rolls have found much evidence of fraud. It's also not clear how many legitimate voters are too discouraged to come here at all. Teresa Sharp says 94 voters were challenged the day she made her case to the Elections Board, but few showed up.
I didn't see no evidence of 94 people. All I saw is the evidence of 7 people, you know? And I wasn't going to let them mess with me or my children.
If anyone was trying, it didn't work. The Election Board approved Sharp's registration. She and every member of her family voted early for Barack Obama. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Ohio.